Knowing that I was there right away after the accident occurred gives me peace because I know everything that could possibly have been done was done because I was doing it. Charlie was my travel buddy. She loved to go on vacations and trips, and the very last trip we took together was to the beach, and we had the best time. She told her grandma, "My mom's my best friend," and not many 16-year-old girls would say that, but she was my best friend too.
Silver airplane.
My name is Tammy Flick, and my daughter Charlize Flick passed away in a car accident in December of 2023, and she is an organ donor. We're in Boone, Iowa, and I bought this house about 13 years ago, and my son Keaton, who's 22, and Charlize and I lived here for these 13 years. They really enjoyed the ability to be outside and in the woods. Her and I would just go out and sit in the inflatable pool together and hang out in the sun and talk.
She liked to travel and was adventurous in that sense, but also she was cautious. Wasn't as wild as I was, I guess, as a kid. We were all really close growing up.
She was always full of life and smart.
She was definitely a giver and a very kind-hearted person, but also had a lot of wits and could come back with a smart comment faster than you would imagine.
One of my favorite stories to tell about Charlie and Keaton, he was giving her a hard time and he said, "Well, you're just jealous because I'm the original." And she turned around and looked at him and she goes, "Original? You were the rough draft." And they both stopped and then just burst out laughing. He gave her a high five and said, "Yeah, good job, that was a good one." When she passed away, her friends said to me, "We don't know what to do," because Charlie was the one that we would come to when something bad would happen, and she's not here to help us through this. And at her visitation, a boy came through and he was sobbing and he said, "Charlize was nice to me when nobody else was, and if I needed a pencil, she gave me a pencil." That's just the smallest act of kindness, but it really impacts somebody's life when you're just kind, and she was kind. Unfortunately, in December of 2023, Charlize was on her way home from school and was involved in a car accident. She was a minute from home, literally. I saw that her car looked like it was in the ditch and not moving, so I got in my car and drove down to where it was. I found her in the car and she wasn't breathing, so I climbed into the car and lifted her out and began CPR until the ambulance came. I was begging her, "Please don't leave. Mommy's here." They said that the vehicle that struck her hit her so hard that it broke her neck. It wasn't a survivable injury. She looked like she should just wake up, and that was really hard. Iowa Donor came and talked to us. It's such a difficult situation, and to come in and try to help people through that process is so important because your brain is just scrambled. You absolutely don't know if you're coming or going. You can't eat, you can't sleep, and they were the most kind and comforting people. They gave us the opportunity to cry. They gave us the opportunity to share Charlie's story with everybody taking care of her. They went and bought some fingernail polish for me to paint her nails because she was a 16-year-old girl and she always had her nails painted. Every moment I got to stay with her was another moment I had with my daughter.
I think it was helpful for the whole family, really. Amazing the amount of people that were there for the honor walk and the people that came to honor that gift and just honor Charlie.
When I took her to get her driver's license, she said, what will they do? Like, how does this happen? And they'll do a vision screening and they'll ask you questions like, do you want to be an organ donor? And she said, well, are you an organ donor? And I said, yeah. And kind of flippantly, I was like, if I'm gone, like, whatever parts anybody needs, please take, because I would rather have it go to somebody who needs it than go to waste. We talked a little bit about it and she said, yeah, I want to be an organ donor too. That conversation was really pivotal when the moment came because I knew that was her wishes and her dad knew that that was her wishes. And so it gave us comfort knowing that we made a decision based upon her wants. I am fortunate enough to be able to communicate with the heart recipient's mother, and it's a beautiful story, and I hope someday that we'll be able to meet. He wasn't able to walk through the grocery store without needing a wheelchair or do anything, that would cause exertion, and now he walks through the grocery store without anything. He swam all summer long. He rides his bike, plays with his brother, goes to school. He is thriving, and there's no signs of rejection. Her knowing that she helped those people would have been so important to her, and honoring her that way and living on through others and being able to give them the life that they didn't have the opportunity to because of her gifts.
It's very special to me, knowing she was caring the whole time, and from the day one being a fighter to fighting to just give those gifts and, you know, live on in other people and help them live better lives is a really special thing. I wish my sister was here, obviously, but knowing that it helped other people who weren't living life to their full potential, especially, you know, it was right around Christmas time. What a amazing gift for those families that they were able to, you know, have their kids and earn their lives back and a little bit of light in there.
A silver airplane, crowded gate, your picture in my pocket, the memories start to ache. I handed them 2 tickets for the ride, but it's just me waiting. A yellow cab